Oh, hold up. There you go. Took a second. I was a little worried there because I was messing with this and trying to make sure that sound was all good. But yeah. Alright, well, as I put in the title, we'll be doing Carlotta's story quest. So I'm not sure if anyone ever reads the description. So because of that, let me just adjust my seating real quick too, because, jeez. Yeah, my posture's kind of bad right now, so. Ooh. But yeah, as I put in the description, I accidentally walked into Carlotta's story quest, so let's just say that I did provide some sort of summary, but essentially we got called out to let's call it by Carlotta's uncle Capolo, I think. Capolo? I don't know. I wasn't really listening too much because all I wanted to do was change the music because I just got done with the the little flying mini game that gives you a music box at the end. I mean, I'm not sure if people know about it or how many people have known about it, so I'm not really trying to say too much about it. But yeah, I think it was a worthwhile let's call it little side event thing, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. I'm honestly enjoying Wuthering Waves a lot right now, to the point that honestly, it might become my main gacha game on the side because I only keep up with 3 at the moment. Because realistically speaking, I only really want to do 3 gachas in the first place. Because there's other games, especially with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth coming out right soon. It's just gonna be a lot to take in if I try to take on more games than what's feasibly possible, you know? So because of that, might make it my mainstay for right now. I do Genshin on the side, I mean, if I'm being real. I've already invested a fair amount of time in Genshin anyway, so I might as well keep it up too. I also was gonna go ahead and do the story quest actually for Genshin, the Archon quest, because I mean I'm kind of desperate for pulls right now, so I was gonna go ahead and just see why not. Let's go ahead and see if I can get one last 10 pull for Marika, but that is going not as well as far as I can tell you. I did use a site to keep up with my wishes and my polls on Genshin specifically, and let me just pull it up. Yeah, so I'm looking at it right now, and after I lost to Tainari at 76 polls, my current pity at the moment is 13, so low chances. It'd be really nice if I could get her because I have gotten lucky at some points because I'm looking at my history and at least for the standard what's called I've gotten so for standard characters I've gotten Deha at like 20 pulls on the second time during a character event, and that's when I got my Nahida. And on the standard pulls in general, it says that after I got D-Luke once, I got Mona at 3 pulls, and after I got a Skyward Spine at 74, I got Deha again at 4 pulls. So, I mean, who knows? It's luck of the draw, but you know, it is what it is, you know? It's not really, like, you know, something that I should really be putting too much stock in. After all, I just really want Marika just because I don't know, she looks really fun and I need more Pyro in my life, but it is what it is with that, because, you know, everyone gets, I guess, for lack of a better way of explaining it, everyone gets screwed over by the RNG impulse. It's not really in our control, so not really something that I really should worry about too much, you know? Aside from that, yeah, today is just gonna be mostly the story. I might see if I could do that Echo challenge again. I really like the song in there, so that's why I really don't mind just going back and doing it again. So yeah, okay. So since I have everything seemingly set up, let me just go ahead and make sure to launch the game while I stay on this screen right now. Because I only have one monitor and not really a lot of space for anything else on my desk at the moment. So one of these days, eventually I'll get a new desk so I can have more space to work with. I mean, it's not a bad desk though. It has like a little shelf type of thing going on. Because my monitor is also in like a little like cubby, I guess, underneath it. It's not, it's a pretty wide space for the monitor. It's just that there's just not enough space for another one because my current monitor at the moment is a 27-inch, I believe. And quite frankly, even if I could make it work, it'd be a really tight fit. So I'd rather not just to make sure. So yeah, it's rough playing with just one monitor and trying to stream with one. But luckily everything works out fine with all tabbing and whatnot, so it's not too bad. So yeah, that's an update on my setup and what I'm doing. Alright, let's... Oh, the heck just happened right there? Okay, I don't know what I did for a second, but let's go ahead and get into the game right now. Let me just adjust. You get the game captured. There we go. Alright, let's turn this off. Okay. So yeah, when I left off, I was doing it's called just exploration right now. I was planning to do another one for what's call it for this, but I figured why not? I was up pretty late last night anyways, so that's why I was like, it's fine if I don't do it. And though I really love flying in this game, it really just feels so good to fly around. It just feels really freeing. I feel like I pronounced that weird, but yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, wait, it's there. Okay. Then I know what I'm gonna do after story quest. Also, as you can tell, I have a lot of companion stories to get through, but Carlotta takes precedence right now. Alright. Because, the, like, what happened was that I was trying to go over here to change it, and I didn't realize that, the story quest also started here. So when I fast traveled here, I got stuck in a cutscene, and I was very much surprised when Rover started talking and the story was going on. So yeah, it was a little awkward. But yeah, over here we were talking with Capolo, Carlotta, and interrupted. And then as we walked over here, it was supposed to be like a little sneaking. Okay, there you go. There, I went out of the area, and so I guess the sneaking section just disappeared. Either way, I straight just flew up. So let's see. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's how they intended. I'm gonna do it the way I intended. I mean, that's how you could tell it's a video game. Because realistically, I feel like some people would at least notice if the rover was, you know, what's called flying around. But who knows, you know? I'm guessing we were supposed to just kind of, yeah, I guess it's mosey on over from this one up here. And I just straight bypassed that by flying. That's funny. Well, if anything, whoever gets the job done. As long as, you know, it's not really a waste of time, you know? Okay. Now then, let's get this started. I won't be doing auto
Carlotta's not here
on
yet.
here, but yeah.
Guess I have to wait.
Wait, hold up, let me see. There you go. The cursor was looking off. And let me put this on vibrate because I do know I'm gonna get notifications. Oh, what the heck? Oh, disappeared, huh? I'm gonna be real, I kind of wait like that often, and it's not even intentional sometimes. Maybe I've played too many video games, I don't know. But, yeah, just waiting with my arms crossed just feels natural. I don't know why. Hmm. Yeah, there is something distinctive about his demeanor and attire. I mean, also he has a really nice beard. I can't grow a beard like that, but it looks cool. So yeah. Hmm.
Might I trouble you for a light, young man?
I mean, I don't have a light and I don't smoke, old man.
Oh, well, a cigar without smoke. My granddaughter told me Raguna's rain is a bad omen.
Hmm.
Can't argue with that now, can I?
I mean, I'm not the type. Oh. Excuse me. Sorry, what to call it? Like I said, I was up pretty late. Is he here by design or by accident or design? I'd say I would probably think that, honestly.
You've been looking at this painting for a while. Anything special about it?
Oh,
It's kind of faded.
did it capture your interest as well? Or are you simply passing the time until the rain ends?
You could say I'm waiting.
Then it seems you'll have to put up with me for a while.
That's fine with me.
The Montelli family prides themselves on their eclectic taste in art. Any style by any artist can find its home within their quarter. Art knows no boundaries of time,
Those
place, or
paintings
the
are
mind.
definitely getting ruined in the rain.
Here they say
Oh.
in art, we glimpse pieces of our own soul. What do you make of this piece? Care to share your thoughts?
Oh, let me take a good look at it. Collage. Collage. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it in the most posh way ever, but you know. Yeah. That's what it feels like to me.
Indeed. True artistry lies not only in what is painted, but what is left unsaid. I share the same view, except that I'm somehow saddened by the part that forsakes its character to achieve balance.
Sounds like he's talking about Carlotta.
Perhaps chosen by the artist for its uniqueness. Now is not the time to cling to existing balance, but to embrace the unknown. Seek change and carve out one's path, just as she once did.
See, who's she in this case? Because obviously he's older, but I'm sure we'll figure it out later. I mean, Rover, we literally just said it feels like it's gonna seek change. Painting, at least. Might be a reflection of Carlotta herself, honestly.
Glory in Decay. The Impressionist Pazzoli's latest piece. Didn't know you had such refined taste.
I was only observing what's in front of me, my lady. And also I was discussing with an old man. Gentleman. Yep, and he left as soon as the rain stopped.
I dodged those pesky eyes the whole way here, worried you'd been kept waiting too long. But it seems you've kept yourself entertained.
There's something about her eyes that really draws you in.
So, the old gentleman was simply hiding from the rain, was he?
Okay.
I see.
Once again, I'm just
The Montelli
saying, but
Quarter does attract art enthusiasts.
that
Anyway,
height
I'm
difference is
glad
pretty
prying eyes
familiar to
didn't
me. Hmm. Yeah.
When it rains in Raguna, surprises are as common as puddles. A delay is only a small splash. Calling you here with little explanation and a word of caution, I can only imagine your confusion.
I mean, there's a lot to ask, but yeah, let's just say the Montellis enjoy the intrigue. I mean, there's a reason for it, I'm sure.
The shark in our midst has finally made its move.
There's a shark? Where? Also, damn, what a pose. No, hold up. Let me just real quick do something. Cause man, this just looks good to me. Okay, anyways.
Recently, several of our partners claim to have found a superior cellar and ended their dealings with us.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Bennett, our vault keeper, was reported to have embezzled and sold vault assets. It's said that he tried to flee, but was killed by tacit discords outside the city.
Convenient, but probably not true. Yeah, I mean, he may have done it,
I'm
but
not
then
so
still.
sure. I've worked with Bennett before. He was principled, bold, but not reckless. Not one to easily betray. And the night he died, he sent a photo to my terminal. A blood-stained page of an anthology, marked with 3 phrases. Thy eyes guide my course in the tempest. When 40 winters siege thy beauty, and the planet turns right, twice and a half.
Yeah, that's cryptic, but there's clearly something that he wanted to convey in that.
The meaning is yet to be revealed, but he is clearly conveying a message. All evidence points to Bennett being the key to uncovering the shark lurking in our waters. The Montelli family is a symbol of liberation for Raguna. We uphold freedom and equality for all. Our vault is the heart of our family. And if it is corrupted, it threatens not only us, but risks plunging the city back into oppression and isolation.
Yeah, and we just got out of that
As much as I
last
hate
time.
to
Well,
suspect
we
family members,
started working on
I
that
cannot
last
rule
time.
any of them out.
Yeah, that's rough. Not to say that I have personal experience with that, but it's really not a, you really want to believe the people that you care about. And, family,
You,
of course.
however, are different. As an outsider who has aided us in capturing the initial traitors, I hope to not be proven wrong, but I feel that I can trust you.
I could be sarcastic, but yeah, so you're asking for my help. I'd rather not
My
make the
uncle's
young lady
words were
sad.
clear. Only those at the table can play the game. To engage with my family, one must have both standing and purpose.
Yeah?
So, I offer you a new identity in our upcoming inquiry. Cat's Eye, a provisional member under my patronage.
Yeah, I'm not really a member. I'd rather not say she's lying, but
If you wish to join, you must undertake the final assessment and pledge your loyalty to the Montellis.
Okay. That's one way of going about it. Why Cat's Eye? Maybe it's because Carlotta has a cat-like appearance.
When it comes to family matters, we like to use code names, each tied to a unique token. Mine, for example, is Opal.
Hmm.
Opal recommended Cat's Eye. It has a ring to it, don't you think?
I guess.
Also, have you looked closely at your own eyes? They share the same luster as Cat's Eye gems.
I can't say I've seen one before.
Now, Cat's Eye, will you stand with me to catch the traitor within our family and avert this looming threat?
I mean, all about catching the traitors. These are some interesting options. I do like this sarcastic one, but I'm gonna be choosing this one. You must prevent this threat and bring peace to Raguna. Sounds like a typical hero of justice type. Either way, though, I do want to see
I
improvement in this
understand
world.
decorum is important to the Montellis, but among friends, can't we be a bit more informal?
Yeah, I mean, I'm having fun with it, but honestly, I don't blame Rover on this one. It is pretty
What made you say
stifling.
that?
You're always one step ahead. So how about we slow down and savor the present? That's true. After all, that's why the here and now is called the present, because it is a present,
Ah,
after all.
you're curious who I am beyond my role. Is that it?
No, I wouldn't say I'm not.
I just might entertain that thought. But for now, my agents just sent me the address of Bennett's residence. While his body has been found, what he left behind is still out there.
Yeah, that's the only logical place to check for leads, at the moment at least. Hmm. Okay, well, let's get a move on. This area is a little funny for the tub pups. I like, in ways. I was gonna be like, oh yeah, I like how it goes in tub pups, but let's just say that we can't really talk about that
Someone
right
has
now.
acted faster. Those two, they're my uncle's agents, Sage and Acorn.
Yeah.
Yes,
Codenames,
we
huh?
address each other by code names, handy identifiers in a crowd. I'll keep you updated on the family members' code names we encounter, along with any other details you might need.
Well, that's
Seems
good.
like they are looking for something as well. It's only natural my uncle wishes to retrieve the lost items. But my presence might raise a few eyebrows.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'll have
you
a
try
bit
and
of a
loosen
chat.
their lips. If memory serves, they are senior members, having served under my uncle for years. Regulars at Margarita's.
Oh, sorry, OG. I didn't see you say anything, but thanks, man. Let me make sure time stamps. Yeah. Yeah, man. Go ahead, take a rest. I haven't been looking at chat too much right now, but yeah. Thanks, man, for passing by. I'm just gonna be doing the story quest right now, and hey, have a good rest, man.
Talk business with
I guess you saw my
merchants
tweet then.
and wine with drinkers. Engage their interests, and their words will flow like a river.
Yeah.
As for the rest,
I'll improvise. I mean, improvising is what we do out here. Alright, let's talk to them. Sage and Acorn. I'm guessing Sage is named after the color sage, or is it because the greenery? Not really green looking though.
Hey, that's you they're calling.
No, that's both of us. But I don't recognize this person.
Ah, interesting
Neither do
accent.
I. Listen up.
Okay.
Okay, you got the names right. Must be family. Who are you?
I'm Cat's Eye. New to the family. Anyways, I'm gonna.
Cat's Eye.
I'm not gonna
Doesn't
just try
ring
your
a bell.
accent with that one.
Probably one of those new recruits after the carnival.
Carnival.
So, what do you need? We are just about to wrap up and grab a bite at Margarita's. Still got a lot on our plate today.
Oh, margaritas. Nothing quite like it, huh? And the pizza? Oh, it's a favorite in my circle, too.
Wait, he's using an accent too? That's amazing.
Always a solid choice when on the move. Perfect spot for a bit of catching up.
For a bit of catching
You know,
up, eh?
The last time I was there, I heard talk about a thief stealing from the vault. Is that true?
Well, cat's out of the bag now. See that house right there?
Yeah, because I'm
That's
the
where
cat's
thief
eye,
lived.
bro.
We came to search for clues.
Oh, okay.
No, not yet. We've looked everywhere, but found nothing.
To be honest, I doubt we'll ever find them. The thief has probably sold everything off by now. We are short on manpower. That's a needle in a haystack, if you ask me. Well, our boss is the Padrino's son. He has his methods.
Okay, I see what people were talking about, because I didn't know that, so I see a video talking about how there's like 2D mouth flaps and everything. Maybe it's because right now, at least, they're
Our
a little
job is
bit,
to
you know,
follow
behind.
orders, not to ask questions.
So that's why
Just do what we're told.
they're, you know,
and
framing
do it
things
well.
in that way, because they probably had some, let's call it, probably some time constraints, maybe. I'm wondering. You can
That's
notice
right.
it, though.
If you spot anything
At the very
unusual,
least, they're
keep an eye on it.
doing it.
Could be your big break. With a bit more time, I think you'll do just fine.
Alright. Thanks, mate. Damn right, I'm gonna have a
So,
good time.
They found nothing, but assumed Uncle wasn't concerned. That
Yeah.
makes no sense. Everything that happened recently ties back to the vault. If Uncle wished to protect his position, he'd be quick to retrieve the items and resolve the situation.
Yeah, man, I'm thinking he's
Curiously,
hiding something
Bennett
personally.
was last sighted in the vicinity of Liberty Square, where you met Uncle.
That's a little sus.
Last night, I was investigating the area before I happened upon your private meeting. But when I brought this up with him afterwards, he didn't seem privy to any details. As for my search of Bennett's home, nothing of note turned up, just as the two agents reported. I found no spoils, not even the faintest trace of them being stored or moved. Everything about his living space fits the profile of a typical Junior Vault employee.
Well, that's not good.
I also asked around about Bennett after
I
our
mean,
previous
that's,
collaboration.
you know, someone set him up.
He was ambitious, but never greedy. I was even told he refused a bribe offered by a business associate during an operation. The Montelli family is ever generous with wealth and opportunities, welcoming all who aspire to make their mark in Raguna. Mere profit would never make him betray us.
Yeah, I mean,
For
they're
now,
protecting
more
each other.
evidence is required. The entire matter
Another
might need to be
suspicious
approached
old
from
man.
a different angle. Shh. Hold still. See that man over there, the one that looks like a grey dove? After him.
Oh, time to go. Not usually the time I would chase an old man, but luckily I'm young and spry, so I get to chase after him with all my strength. Let's get that out of the way. And you run pretty fast for an older guy. Yeah, I think maybe those models just didn't have 3D
Nowhere
lips
to run.
on them just yet because he has
Now
3D.
it's time
He has
for
the 3D
proper
mouth.
Ah, these old creaky bones of mine. Did I offend you? Or are you just chasing down every passing soul? Never thought the Montellis would grow so aggressive.
Like, I'm not about really, you know.
He had no choice
that.
but to run. To escape his past and sever any ties with the Montellis.
Anything key thing about I'm thinking about when I'm just using some of these is that, oh, well, realistically, I don't want to just out our identities, but because you know, it's easy to fall into that trap of identifying yourself.
Right, old Duncan?
Old Duncan. I knew a guy named Duncan.
I must admit, you have an
Nice
annoyingly
guy.
good memory. It's remarkable that someone of your rank would remember a man such as myself.
I mean, when you look at her, it's hard to
I will
tell.
never forget that stormy night. Nor any of the members who were caught in it.
Sadly, I've no desire to be remembered. To me, Montelli is only a name of the past. There were moments of
Okay.
joy, but they cannot make up for my loss.
Oh, great.
Now, I only feel tired.
Yeah, I mean, you're saying one thing, but you're doing
Why go
something
back
else.
to what you claim to have left in the past? Unless there's something you can't ignore.
Yeah, that's true.
You were standing across from Bennett's doorway, and your clothes are still damp from the rain.
Mm-hmm.
You weren't simply passing by, you were watching. What were you looking for? Or, should I ask, what did you hope to find?
The way that his eyes are looking, he's pretty guilty.
I don't know. To grieve for my last friend in the family? To blame him for being so reckless and greedy?
Uh-huh.
Or to figure out how this fool ended up in such a mess? Hoping to find the lost items and settle his debts, so he may rest in peace. I tried to persuade him to leave with me, but failed. In Raguna's game, the Montelli family has only two options. We either play to win, or are forced to leave with nothing. Every Montelli has a chance at their desires. But what's the price? They stake everything they hold dear. Family, love, faith, principles, and even their life. Now, his ambition and greed have cost him everything.
Yeah, you can't decide when to leave the table, right?
Most people find acceptance easier than change, as change demands the bravery to face uncertainty. No great endeavor is without its perils. So yes, if the Montellis are to drive the change and push past current barriers, the path ahead will be anything but
I'm just
easy.
all about perspective too, because he clearly sounds a little bit agitated. Very much regretful about his choice, but he's also going through some grief right now, so maybe he's also affected by
The
that.
family exists to withstand
Thinking a
what
little
an
bit too deeply
individual
about it,
cannot,
but
and
that is
accomplish
part of what goes
might
on in
otherwise
it,
be
I assume.
unattainable. But within the family, each Montelli still enjoys the freedom of choice. Your leaving is a testament to this.
Yeah, I like the little
Is it
subtle eye motions that they do to like show
If
them
you're
looking
willing,
around when it's just the
There
eye
is still
movie.
much to be done for Bennett. His terminal, the alleged stolen goods, everything but his body remains missing. Given your familiarity, you might help us in locating these items.
Yeah, Bennett's death may not
In
be as
that
simple as it
case,
looks.
you might want to speak to Scarlet Velvet.
Another one, huh? Who's Scarlet Velvet? That's what we want to know.
The leader of a network of commoners seeking freedom in Raguna. They had close ties with Bennett. If he was really stealing, I'd wager they were complicit.
Interesting.
That said, with their recent fallout with the family, I can't guarantee you'll find them, let alone talk to them.
We have little choice but to try.
Yeah, that's all we can do.
Now, let's go. We're off to the most reliable source of information in Raguna.
Alright. Well then, if she says so, I mean, I'm not familiar with this area, but I'm more than willing to trust her on this one at least. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna be real. Usually I would just jump and fly, but might as well go somewhat close to the actual route. Route. Sometimes I switch without even realizing it.
This is the place.
Then, yeah, I don't think Scarlet Velvet would hide somewhere so public.
She may not be here, but I have my ways of reaching her people.
Hmm.
In Raguna's market, they say fortune seldom favors those who lack a taste for fine drinks. Among traders, there's a secret code in the way drinks are mixed. The
Okay.
base of bitter almond and mint, for instance, usually signals danger and death. But some have devised their own, more private codes.
Because, yeah, not just a drink, it's
Yes.
a conversation.
This area is essentially a neutral zone in the city. No affiliations, no restrictions. With the
Interesting.
ongoing feud between Scarlet Velvet and the Montellis, finding her will be difficult. But I've heard they have eyes and ears here. So all that remains is to order the right drink, watch the crowd, and let their reactions lead us to Scarlet Velvet's contact.
Greetings. What will it be today?
That's the most
A
neutral
Scarlet
accent
Velvet
ever.
ribbon, please.
Okay.
Scarlet Velvet. An uncommon choice. Perhaps the one you seek is waiting just as patiently. May you both find what you've come for.
Okay.
Kirsch, whiskey, and cherry tomatoes. Does it mean revenge? Blood orange gin. That drink you have there is quite rare. Would you mind telling me what it means? Ah, a riddle cloaked in mystery. You don't want to share, huh? Oh, sorry. I am just simply enthralled by... I've been exploring how drinks might encode numerical values through alcohol content or vintage.
The key to any language lies in the shared rules and agreements between both parties. With that in mind, the same drink or even the same object can be given countless meanings. Much like how my people
Yeah,
and
that
I
sounds like
sometimes
code,
improvise
alright.
codes with whatever's available. Sounds like you've been at this code research for quite some time. Mind if I ask you a question? Do you know when the bartender started his shift today?
Let me see. I got here quite early, and he was here about the same time. Probably around 8 o'clock in the morning.
Thank you. That's all I needed.
Well then. This guy is a little,
The wild desires, they swallow me like the roaring waves. Oh, how maddening's your but
Good
this
grief.
amber drink. A deadly poison? No, leave me be. The void. The endless Montelli, Phasalia, the Order, the Commoners. Without
yeah,
these
I'm
names,
thinking
what
he's
sets us
really
apart?
drunk, so he's become a bard now.
But
Let's go.
Ordinary bartender is far from ordinary.
Oh, there you are. I noticed you as soon as you walked in.
You had to join me
Don't
for a
get me
drink.
wrong, I've only been here long enough to recognise that drink, but I'm not making any guarantees beyond that. That swagger and flair. You're with the Montelli family, am I right? I know I'm not the one you came for, but don't dash off just yet. You don't know what I have up my sleeve, you know?
Uh-huh, so what do you have
How about
then?
you let me prove how reliable I can be for your family? Go on, test me. Oh, that name. She's the second Montelli daughter, but she usually goes by another code name, Opal, when on duty.
Opal.
But you better ask the lady next to you yourself. In our line of work, it's considered rude to discuss someone when they're within earshot.
Impressive. 3 days from now, at this hour, return here and order a golden ears mambo. Watch for someone wearing a green tourmaline.
Casually jotted down. Within which. Yeah, let's just say the bartender. That's probably the answer, anyways.
Anything else I can get you? Or is there a problem with the drinks?
Yeah, we're here for you,
As
buddy.
expected from a Scarlet Velvet informant, you are smart. In a place like this, a bartender is the perfect cover. The least note, you mix every drink and pass every code. You might not understand all of them, but nothing of importance ever escapes you. So this Scarlet Velvet ribbon is meant for you. Am I correct, sir?
Well, well. It finds its way back to me at last. A drink of trouble, I'd call it. Contact has been made, and by the rules, a conversation should follow. But Scarlet Velvet has decided there will be no further dealings with the Montellis. The partnership is broken, and whatever bond you had is all but gone. If you do meet up, Lady Carlotta, aren't you afraid things might turn ugly?
I mean, we're here to solve
It's rumored
problems.
that Scarlet Velvet's decision to end our partnership has something to do with a vault keeper named Bennett.
Surely you don't believe that nonsense.
Then what is the truth? Bennett was recently found dead in the wild. The dead are silent, but you are not.
Yeah.
So let's talk.
Dead are silent, you're not,
Wait,
but you
Bennett
might be
is
dead. Yeah, it seems
That
like the news didn't reach
complicates
you.
things, I'm afraid. I'm not sure if trusting Montelli is a wise choice, but in memory of Bennett, if you truly are as noble as he believed,
Okay.
go to Whisperwind Haven after dusk. I will inform Scarlet Velvet.
Alright. Huh? It's even more going around. Also, I just want to check right now, but because I want to make sure, but I can change the music now, right? Okay. There we go. There we go. I can. Okay. Anyways. Will it change if I run off? Okay. That's unfortunate, but it's okay. But so far, it's been pretty interesting to at least think about what... I mean, it literally feels kind of like a mafia type deal going on, or like, you know, the usual hidden things behind, but who knows.
Terminals are divine artifacts from the Sentinel, brought to Rinasita by
Of
the
course,
first
the Order's
Primus.
involved. Oh, great.
What you possessed were nothing but privately made replicas, existing solely by the grace of the Primus. How dare you defy our cleansing of such blasphemy?
Look, you're not the Imperial
We never
man.
stopped asking the Order for permission to wear the terminals, but every single request is denied. You won't even tell us why.
Oh
You
boy.
controlled the terminal supply, and the family stopped trading with us. These are all we have left. Why should we hand them over?
Okay, yeah, I see what's going on. Maybe these models just didn't have enough time to have the 3D LUTs placed
I
on
can
there.
sense your fervent desire
Or
for the
it's just very...
artifacts
Like,
and
they
the
probably
blessings from the
just didn't have
Sentinel.
time when they were putting this out.
But whether you are worthy of the terminals is for the Order to decide. If you willingly part with your wealth in devotion to the
I do
Order's
like how
divine
they're framing it
cause,
in a way
the
that's,
door
that's
to
easy, so that
forgiveness
saves them the
might
trouble
still
and
be
time to
open.
work with. Because at least, because you won't notice it too much unless you're looking for
But
it.
should you persist in your defiance, we'll have to escort you to the penitentiary for judgment.
The Order and the commoners. It must be Scarlet Velvet causing the stir. The Order's arrogance is known, but such blatant actions. Is it because we're far from the heart of the city? Let's first address their troubles, and then we'll have a proper talk.
Yeah. Go ahead and... Oh. I mean, I already have... You know...
I
What even
alone
is the
will
stats on this
decide
Carlotta?
whether
Oh,
it's for
bloody
show
hell.
or for battle.
These her stats are pretty nice. I'm more jealous about the crit rate on here because I think I have more crit damage than crit rate. And of course they're maxed out. Because my Carlotta is right here. I still need to work on her. Speaking of which, I forgot to do this. Ah man, I can't do it right now. But I still need to work on her weapon. I do need to increase the crit rate though.
I alone will
Because her
decide
crit
whether
rate
it's
is
for
57
show
on
or
this
for
one.
battle.
I need to, yeah, I do need more crit rate in general. Most of it's coming from here. I guess I need to just do some artifact, some echo branding then. Just get some, just hope for some actually good, we call it, rolls, I guess. But I know I'm in the middle of something right now, but let's just see right now. I do want to test my luck with this, because why not? See. What do you mean I can't perform? I literally leveled it up. Okay, whatever. It's fine.
Found your weak spot. Still recognize me? Cool, strike.
Okay.
One with the sounds.
Running won't save you. Brilliant.
Alright,
Lights
there
the
goes.
way.
Ah, the Montelli's second daughter, and this year's laureate. Must I remind you again? Trading reserved
Yeah, all I see is you
terminals
taking
is a
what's
breach
rightfully
of the...
theirs.
We paid good money for these. If you're taking them, you owe us a refund.
Yet the very traders who took your money have seen the error of their ways and reported your dealings. They have sworn to How sad, Miss Carlotta. Such loyalty to your family.
Oh, please. My ties with the family are not so fragile as to be shaken by mere words.
That's
The fact
interesting.
that we're having this conversation at all means that you cannot ignore my status. Wouldn't you agree? The Sentinel and the Primus have declared free trade as our undeniable right. Scarlet Velvet is always entitled to trade as they please, regardless of their previous partnerships. You preach the doctrine, yet fail to adhere to it yourself. If I were you, I'd be on my way to the penitentiary. Willful transgression is the worst blasphemy one can imagine.
Mark my words. The day Montelli is brought to its knees by the Order and Phasalia will be the day you beg for the Sentinel's mercy. When that day comes, all shall be under the Order's control, and it will not be long in coming.
I mean, I have my own views on that type of thing. Regardless, people can be forgiven,
Ernesto,
but man,
the bartender, said you needed to
if
see
you're
me.
doing something wrong, really knowing that's wrong, that's a different story.
You may have just offended us, but you heard it. Your family has left us in a mess. Frankly, I don't see the point in having this conversation. But since Ernesto said it's about Bennett, I'll give you a minute, for his sake. Speak quickly.
Yeah,
Regardless of the bigger
turn?
picture, your side ended the deal. We were informed at short notice to stop all trade. And it's not just the terminals. No more jewelry, perfumes, and all that nonsense. You saw what happened today. And not to mention, I haven't seen him on telly for nearly 2 weeks. Where were you when we were fighting against the Order and the Phasalias?
There was a slight issue of a traitor in the vault, so our hands were tied. A direct approach works best at times. Actually, what that acolyte claimed is news to me. Surrendering control and ceasing trade are not in the Montelli's vocabulary. The Montelli creed has always been family first and a pioneering spirit second.
With your grandfather, maybe. But he won't be around forever. When Capello takes the helm, you won't have a say. The real question is whether we can get our trade back on track. Can your family still be trusted? What I need is a solid promise from someone in charge. Can you do that?
I mean, I would
One
hope
thing's for
you
sure.
can.
I don't want to see the family who first broke the monopoly to trade with us commoners end up defending it.
I'll speak with my uncle and grandfather to see what happened with our cooperation.
You know what? This is supposed to be your family's business. Why am I saying this to you? Excuse my earlier words. So,
It's okay.
Ernesto told me Bennett's gone. What happened? He seemed fine the last time we met.
Yeah. Yeah,
Good judgment there.
Mm-hmm.
The rumours are nonsense. Fencing stolen goods? Please. Bennett used to handle our shipments for the vault, but everything was above board. Nothing shady, okay? He knew his stuff. Never took advantage of us, never budged on prices either. For him, it was always business first, friendship second. When he was running late, he'd stay up at that hill sometimes. We even set up a shelter there after it happened a few times. That's all. Come to think of it, he did stay there for a while the last time we saw him. Asked us to stash something too. What was it he said? I hope we don't need to use it.
Uh-oh. That's
Seems
not good.
Bennett may have anticipated the trouble ahead.
Might be something a little bit suspicious then.
I wonder if you might show us to the shelter. We'd be most grateful.
There's an entrance along the coast. Go straight down the road and you'll see it. What's your business there anyway?
Yeah, we're gonna test our hypothesis and see if there's anything of importance hidden. That's definitely one way to go about it, alright? Well, convenient. Alright, well, let's see where this leads.
Watch out.
Of course.
One with the sounds.
Harmonize. Ha! Loading.
So this is how I kind of do my rotation with this team. So seems a little bit weird. It's because of that. Because I usually try to get enough of a. What's it again? I don't know the term. It's when you do the intro. You're able to get the intro skill. So I think it's like resonance something built up. Regardless, as long as I get my intro build up. Let's call it. I take advantage of Shorekeeper's ult. Then use this. Do Resonance Liberation. Switch to Echo, and then go full Havoc Rover and just go ham. But since it looks like we're gonna be ending this quickly, let's go ahead and do that.
You can tell someone was here.
Hmm.
Look at the mess. Perhaps Bennett deliberately arranged it this way as a cover. We'll each use our senses to search. Then let's gather and analyze the clues we find.
Alrighty. Now that's something I'm noticing too, kind of late, but no. Everyone from Honglong has what's it called their terminals, right? It's in the shape of like an urn or something like that, like or a little flask. I wonder what it looks like for the people in Renacita, because we don't see it on what's it called, Carlotta or any of the others because they don't have it. But I mean, I'll just take a look. I will be there for everyone.
I alone will decide.
Yeah, she doesn't have anything on her back or. But yeah, there's not really anything like that looks like a device on her. And like, I guess the closest would be whatever, the one on her right hand on her wrist, but there's nothing here that looks like a terminal, so who knows? Maybe they just didn't design it, I don't know, but it would be interesting. MLCL. I don't know what that means. Also, there's nothing there, it's literally just grass, but it's okay. Video game stuff, that's what we say out here.
Something is strange here.
Yeah. Okay.
These items aren't exactly rare.
Sorry, I had to check. I was checking something.
They're not everyday objects either. They seem out of place here. Looks like Bennett left them deliberately.
Indeed. But what I find strange is these items. Don't they seem familiar? Do you recall those 3 lines from the anthology? The ones Bennett sent me in the photo?
Yeah.
Thy eyes guide my course in the tempest. The woman in the painting here seems to stand in the gloomy rain, but her eyes remain bright. Like the secret code in drinks, what matters is never the object themselves, but the shared rules and agreements between both parties. Now the book. It appears to be about winter, which is likely related to the second line, 40 winters.
40 winters, page 40. 190.
The last one is a rotor device. The planet
revolves right twice and a half. Half. 468. 190 468.
MLCL
9
190468. That format. It's a vault storage code. Of course it is. Bennett was a vault keeper. But what was he trying to convey in such a cryptic manner?
So if you hear me pouring something, it's because I'm pouring myself some grape juice. I have some grape juice right here. So I'm taking time to enjoy some of it. The fruit of the vine. What a lovely taste. But yeah, that's a good question. Cryptic Manor probably has something in here.
The highest clearance level in the vault. Could it be?
I mean, Carlotta's uncle is clearly, very clearly, something's up with him at the very least. Like, there is definitely something suspicious about him. I mean, if I'm being honest, aside from the fact that he has typical, also I've opened up some crackers. Aside from the fact that he has very typical, what do you call it, big bad villain voice, there's something off about him as well.
Hold on.
Carlotta? Yeah. You asked me to keep an eye out for Bennett's terminal. Well, I found it. Yeah, that's for me to know and you to wonder. But it was not in good shape after what it went through. Yeah, if you can use it at all, the data and the records inside might need to be recovered.
Understood. I'll have someone pick it up for restoration.
Wait, what now? What, you're not even gonna check? Oh, no, it's nothing really. Just worried it might be too tricky to repair.
Right. We'll inform you when there's more to share. We're returning to the Montelli quarter first. The terminal will be fixed there. As for the codes, we'll figure it out once we arrive. You might not know this, but Bennett was never granted the highest clearance in the vault.
Isn't that a good sign? It means Bennett might not be guilty after all, just as you suspected.
But that just means that someone else is...
One I am reluctant to entertain.
Unfortunately, someone else is the traitor in the family, and it's more than likely Capolo, her uncle.
Only grandfather, uncle, and I have the highest clearance.
Yeah, as it seems. Man.
Liberty Square. Our proximity. The vault's security clearance. A traitor among the top brass. The indifference towards the stolen goods. And the authority to end dealings with Scarlet Velvet.
Oh boy.
There's someone all evidence points to. Were I to entertain it, it all starts to make sense. Uncle. But if it was truly him, the heir to our family, who betrayed us, wouldn't that be utterly absurd?
I mean, you would think so,
but all that remains is to see what the code reveals.
That's all the evidence points to.
It might clear our doubts, or confirm it.
I'll be with you no matter what.
Yeah.
So, let's see where this leads.
Yeah, there's only one way to confirm it. I'll be with you no matter what, so let's see where this leads. That is concerning, though. I mean, it's not a good feeling to find out that it's family who betrayed you. It's definitely not. Because from what it seems, she really defers to her uncle at the... Oh, bloody hell, I forgot I was using censor. But yeah, it really seems like she defers to her uncle and with authority, and she respects it highly. But if he's been found out to be abusing it, well, that's gonna put
My
a
people
damper
just
on that.
reported some initial progress on the terminal repair.
Hello,
Let's go.
Aristotle.
Our meetup spot is right ahead.
Alright. Right by the tub pups, there you go.
Lady Carlotta, we received a terminal addressed to you, signed DC. The
Mm.
initial restoration is almost complete, but some data is overwritten or isolated due to the extensive damage. We were only able to recover certain sections. Our evaluation suggests that a full restoration might not be worth it. But, if you insist, Mr. Pierre at headquarters is an expert in this field.
Good. Make sure to contact him. Now please project the restored sections.
Absolutely. One moment.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yes, that's where I was investigating that night. Seems like the intel was right. Bennett did go there.
And why
the
did
other
he go there?
location, I think it's my uncle's private dock. Primarily used for storage, not shipments. Reviewing the records hardly proves the connection between these locations. If time permits, we should take the terminal to Mr. Pierre. He's an old friend of grandfather's and is an expert in this field.
I'd rather
There may
take
be
it for
other
grandfather
useful
anyways.
information in the terminal. But first, let's put that code to use. It could help us narrow down the range and provide better clues. Follow me. This is why I suggested we return here. Our vault holds everything. Family property, valuable items for trade, and prized possessions entrusted to us by clients. The complete inventory and access records can only be found here, accessible to those with the proper clearance.
That's interesting.
Please, follow me.
Alrighty. It's Niccolo Novelli. Oh, for a second I was inside her. Okay. Well then, this doesn't look like... Oh, okay. You know, I do like the unique loading screens when it has stuff like this going on. That's a little suspicious.
Someone extracted the core data module. It's empty now. This must be what Bennett was trying to tell us before he died. Someone with access to the vault has broken their oath and leaked the data module. Now only Uncle, Grandfather, and I have the clearance to retrieve it.
But what can you gain from it? Especially considering that if you're a trader, you're gonna die regardless.
The Order maintains control over terminals, unlike other countries where they're freely traded. My grandfather learned to modify them during his early ventures in the new Federation. Our lantern-type terminal is a modified model. It may look purely ornamental, but it houses the tech modules we've developed. As Scarlet Velvet said, aside from our art dealings, we've been supplying these terminals to resonators at fair prices as part of our discreet business.
Okay.
By doing so, we've broken the Order's monopoly. We've given more people the means to protect themselves in their ventures, giving them choices they didn't have before. The Order is aware of our discreet business, but they turn a blind eye as long as we don't openly challenge their authority. The hefty taxes we pay maintain this delicate understanding. As a result, no family member would ever divulge our terminal secrets, much less allow the modules to fall into the wrong hands. What exactly are you planning, Uncle? No. We must find the core module.
Man, that is such a small thing. No wonder why I didn't notice it. I was
Carlotta,
earlier asking
where are
about
you?
how what's called their terminals looked, and there it is. I didn't even notice it was her terminal.
Uncle, may I ask you something first? Before the carnival, the priest showed me your pendant.
Hmm.
How did he come by it? And what led to your capture?
Does it matter? All you need to know is that it's handled, and I'm in the clear now.
Oh yes, the villain hidden
Were
in
you
shadows.
mistreated? Did they coerce you into doing something against your will?
Heed my words. Whatever you've uncovered, put it behind you and all will be as it was. No grudges, no consequences, only family.
Kind
Now,
of
we've had some
sus.
trouble with the shipment over at Septimont. As the rightful heir, I'm giving you a new order. Take care of it. And I'll pretend none of this ever happened.
I refuse.
Excuse me?
I said I refuse. I can't act as if nothing happened. I won't let a family member die unjustly, or see our modules fall into the wrong hands.
Don't trouble yourself with
Oh
the
boy.
modules. Yes, our family's ambition has led us far, but it's exacted a price paid in blood and tears. What harm is there in choosing the safer, easier path?
I can't believe you just said that. So, you're refusing to tell the truth and reveal the module's location, is that it?
Why do you insist on tearing everything apart? Have you ever thought about what Padrino would say? What others would think of us? I've given you an out. All you need to do is accept it.
Mm-hmm.
Then so be it. Your course is set, as is mine. But mark my words, I will stop you, Mr. Capello.
Yeah, when she no longer calls you uncle, you know you pissed her off.
I'm sorry you have to see this side of our family.
It's okay. Yeah.
Really? I just wished... No, I did promise I'd try to drop the pretense with you.
I
I may
mean,
need more time to come to terms with all of this. I don't regret uncovering the truth and exposing the traitor. I'm just saddened that my uncle is the one behind it all.
like I said, it's pretty hard when it's your own family members who are betraying you.
We were meant to be the guardians of our family's ideals, to carry the torch forward. And yet now... Well, wallowing in emotion won't solve anything. Our priority now is to recover the data module. Every moment it's missing puts our family at greater risk. The core module is difficult to carry around. They must have hidden it. The dock Bennett visited used for storage. Could it be there?
She's definitely gonna have to give herself some time to, yeah, just to comprehend and go through the feelings because, I mean, it's not wrong, but it's also a coping mechanism, I feel like.
We need to adjust our strategy. My conversation with Capello will have alerted him. He's likely to move the module sooner than expected. I need to inspect the dock for any clues. Indeed, but time is not on our side. If Capello acts on this, I might lose my window to secure the module. Our sole advantage now is that we're operating as a pair. I need you to take this terminal to Pierre at the bank. If the dock turns out to be a dead end, we will need other leads.
Okay.
I know that securing the module alone won't suffice. I must uncover Capello's true motives. How it will affect our family. I'll figure it out. I promise.
Alright, well, I believe in her. Alright.
Can call it a dock, but no ships ever come. Uncle has concealed what he took from the vault here. A secluded place entirely under his control. For a secret trove of such value, the lack of security is strange. There was little resistance on my way here. This can't be right. Wait. I sense an energy fluctuation nearby. Time to investigate. The size of this place is manageable. I should be able to trace the source quickly.
Sorry, I wanted to let her speak out. Because more than likely it would have interrupted her. But he already moved the data module.
Nothing so far. Was I wrong? Maybe this place doesn't hold what we're looking for. Why did Bennett come here then? Or am I too late? Did Capello get here first? And the energy fluctuation? It was going off and on. No. I couldn't have been imagining it. Such a big mirror. Why is it here? Doesn't seem to be made of common glass, but some kind of crystallized energy. Oh. Will I find the data module on the other side? Or was all this just a trap?
Oh. Well, that's not good. Oh boy. Oh, there's that old man again. That's probably her grandfather, honestly. Just look how dapper he
Hello
looks.
again.
Hello.
You don't seem very surprised to learn who I am.
No, I'm not. In fact, honestly, I admire you for also having that same little jacket coat thing, cape thing going on.
Carlotta told me Mr. Pierre always follows her grandfather around. My instincts weren't wrong when I saw you together. It also explains why you seemed familiar when we first met.
Was our previous meeting really coincidence?
What's the
I don't
term
think
for
so.
it? A destined encounter? The universe brought us together, and I happened to take the initiative. It's almost poetic. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I would be.
That's it. I doubt you want more chit-chat. I know you're here for that terminal.
That's what we're
Let
here
Pierre inspect it for you, and we can resume our conversation.
for. Alright. Messed up terminal, well, alright. Does Pierre have nothing to say? Okay, I guess not. You knew I was coming. I mean, yeah. And you knew why I'm here.
Remember that painting we discussed earlier?
Yeah.
In a fragile equilibrium, the smaller piece is forced to repress its true nature. It's confined to a seemingly flawless structure, stripped of its autonomy.
Yeah, I kind of
don't
figured
want
he
the
was
same
talking about
fate for
Carlotta.
her, but I can't simply impose my path upon her, expecting blind obedience. She must find her own path, with a partner she can fully trust.
Old man, I'm already gathering enough wives. I can't have room for too many now.
As for those who betray their own blood, there will be no leniency. Even my own son is not exempt from this.
Yeah, seems like he knows what's going on already too.
However, before I intervene, I want to see her plan take shape. My hand should only be played as a final measure.
Well then.
The
That's
old
nice
give
of his.
way to the new.
That's a nice way of
It's the way
his.
of the
He's an
world.
understanding man. I like
But
him.
for us Montellis, the courage to break from the past matters far more than clinging to it.
That's true.
So I ask you this favor. When the time is right, give this to her.
I saw something, I couldn't tell what it
She'll need
was.
It's a little tricky, but you're lucky to have my expertise.
Oh, there you go. I was like wondering why Pierre didn't say anything.
This terminal is defunct, but I've retrieved all its data, even the overwritten and isolated bits.
Data was erased? Yeah.
The terminal has been tampered with, but nothing was intentionally erased. It seems they wanted to overwrite the data to avoid detection.
Interesting.
I can show you. Do you have a terminal? I'll send over the data so you can see for yourself.
These records. No. But did
I
we just
assume
find?
you've taken care of Bennett's body.
Oh
We
boy.
dumped him in the tacit discord zone overnight. We'll claim he was killed by those monsters tomorrow morning.
I kind of
Sir,
figured.
are you sure? Are we really going to work with the Order? Have they made you kill one of our own?
We're in too deep now. Handing over the data module to the Order will cement our position as an ally of the authorities. We'll replace the Physalias. The other resonators in the city are irrelevant. And Bennett, I would have taken care of him regardless. He
That's
knew
not
too
good.
much. He deserved it for pursuing the Scarlet Velvet matter. Anyone who gets in my way shall meet the same fate.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I mean, I'm gonna be real. You could tell from his voice that he's very much the
We
I'm an
all
evil
stood
villain
together
type.
on that stormy night. Each one of us losing someone dear. And we all share the desire for our family to find an easier path forward.
Sometimes
the best way
easy's
to
not the way,
avoid
buddy.
sacrifice isn't fighting, but aligning ourselves with superior powers and knowing when to yield. You may have left the family, and I should expect no more favors from you. But I ask this of you one last time. Please, put this terminal in Carlotta's hands.
What's in it? Carlotta? What will happen to her?
Nothing. Save for the standard location tracking data every terminal holds. In 3 days, I'll be negotiating on behalf of the family with the Order. I just want to make sure Carlotta doesn't interfere in the meantime. She'll be
See,
given
I
a
don't
chance to
trust the
join our
Order
side.
one bit, so
I
that's
promise.
why I'm just like, that's a foolish
Think about
move.
Bennett. If you take care of this, I will overlook what he stole and let it be a thing of the past. I know you care more about your late friend than
And
you're
he's
willing to
manipulating
admit.
so many people by doing this.
Unbelievable. What is Capello even thinking? Killing one of our own? It's a complete betrayal of our family. I must record all this madness with something. My terminal? No, it's too risky. Wait, I have Bennett's body. Nobody's going to pay attention to a dead man's terminal. I'll record it, then overwrite with new data. I have to keep this record well, in case I also...
Yeah, I was gonna go.
Wait, sir. Wouldn't Lady Carlotta be in danger? I don't think that's part of your plan. Are you really letting her face this by herself?
She's already there, so why bother? I trust Carlotta and our esteemed guest. It is a trap, but also an opportunity for her to mature.
You know, I get where he's coming from. Not exactly in agreement as anything, but still.
What is that?
The family will shield you.
Uh-oh.
flashbacks. Could it be from touching that mirror? Energy crystals made into a mirror with pre-made Sonoro inside. A slight.
Sorry, looking around.
This Sonoro. These masterless echoes have turned hostile. The frequency fluctuations in this Sonoro seem unstable. I'll have to handle them before I can search the area. Found your weak spot. The stage is set. Take this! You will yield. Quickly and swiftly. Can you keep up? Still recognize me? Brilliance lights the way! Now there's nothing else in my way. All these obstacles suggest the answer is likely there. I must investigate that mansion. The way out and clues I need may lie within its walls.
Okay, even though Scarlet, I just muted right now, and you probably saw me talking. That's because my dad walked in. Scarlet, he was saying something, so like I didn't want it to get over, and so I was also like talking with him because if you saw that I was silent the whole time, but my mouth was moving, and I was talking to him.
Similar to our mansion.
Oh boy.
Just with slight differences. This area, these decorations, the chandelier specifically, were destroyed during the invasion 5 years ago.
This is an older...
Am I truly in the past, or trapped in some kind of simulation?
I'd say it's a simulation. This is quite the place, though. Let me turn on sensor, though.
There you are.
Because I do want to see if there's any... like, anything...
there you are.
So I can't run up these bloody things. Oh well.
There you are.
Not sure if you can hear, but my dad's singing in the background.
There you are.
I mean, obviously there's something right here, so... I guess it's a little bit too early to do that.
If you're telling me he's adopting that orphan girl from the other side of the family, spare me. Actually, I imagine the whole family's caught wind of it by now. Isn't that why we're throwing this rally for her today?
Orphan girl.
Tell me, how on earth do you stay in the loop, tinkering away at home like that? You must be shocked. Capello's already the heir. So, why on earth did he adopt her?
Orphan girl from the other side of the family. Adopted by Padrino. This rally, held for me. A mere touch of the mirror was enough to instantly draw out my memories, experiences, and even passing thoughts.
Interesting.
Creating this Sonoro.
You look a little familiar. Oh, it's you again. What brings you back here?
You shouldn't know me yet. Not at this time.
I don't understand. What time? What are you talking about?
Sorry, please don't mind what I just said. I'm not really sure where I am, why I'm here, or what I need to do.
Actually, I think he meant to say, we just saw you. just now, about a minute ago. You walked right past us and headed that way.
Yeah, I'm just surprised you're back so soon. By the way, you do look a bit different, don't you? Your outfit. No, it's more the accessories, really. Yours are red, but the person I saw had blue ones on her wrists.
Interesting.
Oh, perhaps I'm imagining things.
Blue accessories. I saw blue accessories on that hand that pulled me inside.
Uh-oh. Is there
I
a clone?
suppose she's the friend who invited me here. Could you tell me where she's gone? I've been left alone since arriving, and I believe I really should meet her.
Perhaps she's just out for a stroll. The preparations are behind schedule due to a mishap. Everyone's waiting for the rally to begin.
Yes, now I remember. The rally didn't start on time because of a lighting malfunction. On the other hand, once the lights are turned on, something may change and it could reveal new clues. Thank you. I think I know where I'm going now.
You're welcome, I suppose. Not that we've done much for you.
I doubt it means much to say this to you, since you only exist in this place, and unlike me, you probably don't need to hear this. But I believe Padrino took her in because he saw the makings of a true Montelli.
But that just means that, again,
Fancy a wager?
that
I bet
she was
2 dinners,
adopted
you
into the
can't guess what
family
the Padrino's
long
got in store
after.
for us at the rally.
If you're telling me.
Can you keep up?
At the very least, at least the voices are good. Okay. Let's see, 1908 was it? Two digits, go number of trees and chandeliers of the hall. The first 2 digits, trees, chandeliers, balloons. Six. The 6-2, and then now we have to figure out what's going on. Balloon. Because those don't look like trees.
This craftsmanship. A wise investment.
6289. I didn't read it. Oh wow, and it just does it for me. That's convenient though. 6289.
All right, time to check the lobby. Lighter than a dove.
Alright. More backstory, I assume. Yeah, there's the idea of
over,
her
my child.
grandfather.
Sir, are you talking to me?
Yes. Fret not, Carlotta. Come up to the front, so everyone can see you.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of trippy. The 2 up there said they
Today
just saw her.
is a special day. The beginning of your journey as one of us. As my granddaughter, you will now carry the Montelli name. My name. The family's name. And with it, its privileges
and responsibilities.
responsibilities.
Key thing here, responsibilities. I think she's done a pretty good job so far, though.
I knew it. She shares our bloodline.
She is a true Montelli, just like the Padrino.
Puny little thing. Such a nervous look to her.
Isn't she from the lesser side of the family? And a girl at that. Why her?
Oh
What
boy.
makes her worthy of the Montelli name?
My thoughts exactly.
I fail to see how she could possibly belong to our ranks, let alone carry the family name.
And that's what she remembers. Uh-oh. Who's that?
It was you. Recognition. Praise. Glory. Isn't that what you want? Stay here, and you'll have all of that.
But it's all a lie. Maybe nice, but it's all a lie. Also trippy that she's seen another version of herself. Because this place isn't real. Uh-huh. Oh. That just goes through.
The exit.
Well, we'll see. Regardless, it's better to try something than nothing. Uh-oh. More of her memories, it looks like.
Dazzling sunlight. Am I in the court? Have I left that scenario already?
No,
Now
lady.
the question is, what moment from my past does this represent? No, these decorations, they aren't real, even if they appear to be. This is just another simulation from my memories.
Because we were at the port, so regardless, to know if she actually truly escaped is we would end up back at the port.
Leave? But didn't you just follow me here? Cut the nonsense. You were the one who brought me into this scenario. Ugh, fine. But why should I tell you? True, I brought you here. But remember, I am a product of your own making. Your memories, your desires, your fantasies. From this moment on, I am also Carlotta Montelli. We will share the same past, present, and perhaps even future. Don't pretend we're alike in any way, and keep the Montelli name out of your filthy mouth. Oh, right. How could I forget? You worked so hard to earn the illustrious Montelli name back then. And this was your humble abode, correct? A
So we're learning
poor
a lot
little
about it.
girl from the forgotten side of the family, trying desperately to fit in with the grandeur of her new home, fearing abandonment, and playing the part of a proper lady. You're a star in the ballroom, a top investor at the auction house, but your true talent, being the family's favorite weapon, carrying out orders without question. Is that all you live for? I thought you'd be thrilled with what I'm offering you. Acceptance, validation, indispensability. Did you see how
I
everyone
mean, if people were
adored
that simple, then let's call it.
this a
I mean,
dream
that
come
would
true?
be a true heart. But no, it's not that simple for her.
Oh, planning to shoot me again? Don't bother. This scenario is born from your consciousness, and it's also my domain. Since the frequencies here can be shattered, they can also be brought together again. Why not try shooting yourself? Perhaps that will work. Don't be so
He's a
quick
little
to deny
crazy.
it.
Not sure.
If you
about that.
truly never craved acceptance and recognition, would I even exist? Since praise and affirmation aren't enough for you, I'll give you a chance to prove yourself. Show me how much your sweat and tears are worth.
Oh, great. Time to fight. Of course.
Surrender. Found your weak spot. Still recognize me?
Okay, well, my thoughts on this so far is it's kind of trippy, but it's also just the idea that, well, I mean, you may have your internal conflict, but that doesn't mean that's who you really are. People are more than just that.
Nice work. But this is only the beginning. You must be dying to know which part of the past this is. Would you like a little hint?
Uh-oh. More than likely, blood.
Debts will catch up with those who have to pay. The storm is coming. Ah, now you remember. I knew you'd never forget. The rain that night never ceased in your heart.
Help! Help! Damn it! This is a trap! They've taken what's ours! In the name of the Montellis.
Did you hear that? Oh, the panic in their voice. How they must be begging for a capable leader to come and save the day.
Because definitely, yep.
Quickly and swiftly. Still recognize me?
I mean, there's a
Running
lot of
won't
things.
save you.
Interacting with Carlotta has shown that
The
she's
stage is set.
very much putting up a strong front. Not a bad thing, but the fact matter is that she's definitely having a rough time because of it. Uh-oh. And there's Capolo.
3 key areas have been hit one after another. South 2nd Block, West End Dock. Intel says the Thessalias are gearing up for another hit on our headquarters. As usual, They ambushed Father first before we did anything to them. It is beyond
time. Capolo, we need a plan before Padrino wakes up. Call for reinforcements from the East End.
No, we shouldn't do that. The Thessalias were keeping an eye on...
No, we're not doing that. They can take the...
Why? They're tough, but we're no pushovers either. When Padrino eventually wakes, how do you plan to explain?
But we still risk exposing the location of our headquarters.
What about you, Carlotta?
Once again, this deviates from my past experience. We'll hit their base. Our people on the East End, the South 2nd Block and the dock will stay put to give the impression. Then we'll send our main forces to where the Thessalians... As they know what we value most, we need to demand something of equal worth from them as our bargaining chip.
Is this really going to work?
We can't afford to lose our people. Everything else, even the mansion, are simply assets. I'll cover the rear.
It means that she didn't make that choice in her past.
Quickly and swiftly.
This is one way for her to cope with it, or get some closure with it, I guess.
Still recognize me?
Really engaging this story right now. It's also interesting. Because I do like the mechanics, but it's also just like, man, she's gone through a lot. Actually, what character in this game hasn't gone through a lot at the Green Room?
You will yield. Running won't save you.
Because you could tell just by how she acts too that she has a lot of history. That's why she's also scared to, you know, like back in the main story when she was what's called giving us the mask. That's why she was scared of. Well, let's call it, you know, what we'd say after what's called receiving it.
Can you keep up? Brilliant.
Having watched other people, you know, make different choices. I mean, it's only 2 choices on that end too, but seeing how, you know, they reacted to her doing it, and let's call her reaction to just being upfront and saying thank you. Definitely something in her shows that she really is not used to that.
Found your weak spot. Is that it?
Okay, you know what? It's time.
The world is mine.
1, 2, 3,
I'm still
4,
standing. In the name of
5.
the Montellis. Improvise. Take this.
Okay,
Still
well, you get to
recognize me.
have the final dance. You know, I was trying to sound cool with it. I don't know what came out of my mouth, actually. Wow, wow,
Look
wow.
at you with your brilliant plan. So clever. It could have saved us from our humiliating defeat. And of course, you didn't just come up with it because you knew what happened. No. That idea has been brewing in your mind since that very day.
A lot of regret and guilt, it sounds like.
How does it feel to finally have your dismissed plan validated? Back then, no one bothered to ask for your input, did they? The big shots like Capello and those old-timers couldn't care less. The family ended up making the worst possible choice. They called for reinforcements, depleting resources in both headquarters and the East End.
No. Cynthia. Look at me. Please. Why is this happening? At the West End. It's all my fault. You're the only family I have left. How much more do we have to...
In the end, your dear grandfather had to step in and fix the mess you all made. The plan advanced, but the dead were forever gone. It stands as the greatest tragedy in our family's history. With that blood debt haunting you, you became the sharpest blade, working harder than ever to protect the family's interests. And Capello? Did he think of seeking the Order's protection after that? When it became painfully clear that his power alone couldn't secure his ambitions. Come to think of it, what's so wrong with that? Sacrifices are inevitable, and someone must bear the burden.
Oh boy.
By doing so, the family's interests can be preserved. Is this not the balance you wish to maintain?
That's not the balance the grandfather's talking about. That granddad of Francesco.
You were never meant to make decisions for the family.
Man.
Do you really have what it takes to reshape the order of things? No matter what you say, I must stop him. Why? Didn't I just show you a better future than what you face now?
Yeah, sure.
Merely an illusion of your making. My choices may have altered the outcome, but it's impossible to prove now.
Guys, all this is in theory, it's fake. It's not real.
Stone. We only have one path before us. Yes, the cold rain from that night still haunts us. But we cannot be shackled by the past.
That's
I
my
might
girl.
not be in charge, but my principles are clear. Every action I take is for the benefit of the family. I must leave here and stop Capello. Whatever the consequence. You're unshakable, aren't you? So you've made up your mind already. Our negotiations have reached a dead end. Then I'll need to try something else to make you stay.
Oh, yeah, because that's clearly not Carlotta. Oh boy. You know, the right choice is always right, right?
You should have gone left. Wait. Or maybe not. Think it over. I told you before.
Wrong. Wrong again. Do you really think you can choose the right path?
Can y'all shut up, gaslight?
Let's get lost.
Do you truly think you are worthy of the Montelli name?
No.
Just give up. What an embarrassing sight. What is so
No.
painful to watch? You might have another chance up ahead. Don't disappoint us, okay?
Yes, that's right. Keep moving forward. You're getting close. You have to press ahead. Don't doubt yourself.
Yeah, I'm not going down the path with people on there because that kind of defies
Don't you see?
the
This is what happens when you choose the wrong path and back the wrong horse. The cost will be far greater than you thought.
No, not this way, Piccolina. You should try another way. Choose wisely. You still have a chance to make things right.
That's true. Oh, the camera's stuck now. Okay. Oh. What a sight to behold.
Why are you?
I was looking for you.
I was worried you might be in danger. Also, I'm here to deliver this. The gun was always there. You earned the right to use it the moment you chose to act on your own accord. Looks like you've made up your mind.
Mm-hmm. Not sure how we got in there, but it's okay. As long as Carlotta's
This gun
safe.
never leaves his side. If he places it within your reach, it can only mean one thing. You've been entrusted with the authority to act in the name of Montelli. Now, whether it fires and where it aims, the choice is mine alone.
All right. She's got her back. She got her spunk back. All right. Let's go to center stage. It throws me off that they spell things with the UK spelling sometimes, and then they don't. Maybe it's just because it's all all over the place now. All right. What do they have planned for us right now?
I am merely a blade made for killing. Am I really qualified to change the status quo?
Why won't you obey my orders?
I'm getting old. We should
That's not
take the
how-
easier approach.
That's not how what he would say.
If we can make other people pay the price.
So, why can't you just give in to me and stay here?
Because I'm curious. What
I
does
alone
Victor
will
Rover
decide.
have in
I will
this?
be there for everyone as we head toward our shared future.
Okay.
Leaving the
Like a dual DPS setup almost.
Still recognize me?
swift and resolute. Ha! One with the sounds. Disperse.
resonance.
Okay. Sorry, I'm kind of focused on you. Uh-oh.
No
Ow.
hesitation.
I mean, I'm focusing on the real body anyway.
Together.
My compliments. Glory demands more.
Okay, that should be it. Curtain call, buddy.
How did you let go of confusion and doubt so easily? Those were your true feelings. You and I. What makes us so different? Rover, care for a story?
Sure.
A story about why a certain girl was adopted. Prayer alone offers no salvation.
Oh, I see what she
In the
did.
face of survival, creed becomes meaningless.
Mm-hmm.
How dare she eat the tribute? Nanny always said that food is for tribute. It's not for eating.
You're a bad girl. I'm telling Nanny.
Oh boy, so that's how she found out about her resonance frequencies.
She's a Montelli after all. The hall is in chaos. Yet she clings to her weapon. What a monster!
This suits a Montelli well. Repurposing decoration into a weapon, defying indoctrination to chart the course forward. Her blood runs with the same fierce will as ours. Come with me. The family will shield you and open your eyes to a new world. You will rise to become a true Montelli.
Interesting. So that's why she's, let's call it, she has that, huh?
I see. So Duncan was in the dark about the real cause of Bennett's death. He simply wanted to protect his friend's reputation, and Capello used that.
Yep.
Duncan gave us a rigged terminal to cover Bennett's debt, clearing his name. Capello couldn't have tampered with the terminal data himself, or he would have found the information hidden beneath the overwrites. He simply laid a trap at the dock that Bennett visited. I can empathize with Duncan, even to some extent Capello. They're driven by a desire for safety and stability. Tempting future even for me. We will never achieve that by surrendering ourselves to the Order. From the very beginning, our paths diverged. To yield to them now means giving up even more. And once we lose our grip, we'll no longer have the luxury of refusal. Grandfather and the others have already paved the way. I will follow their lead and chart a course towards a brighter tomorrow. For our family and all of Raguna. Wealth and power will safeguard our freedom, while freedom in turn will nurture wealth and power. The Montelli family is set to break the Order's suffocating hold and lead Raguna towards a wider horizon, embracing Septimont, Huanglong, and other countries. And through it all, we will never forget who we are.
You know, I do want to see what the other countries look like now,
Family
but
exists
I'll
to
wait for
accomplish
that in the
what one
future.
cannot, and withstand the winds of fate. This is the future I envision for the Montellis.
So she's now the successor,
Like
I
I
guess.
said, we seize control. An all-out war with the Order isn't a wise move. Rather than blindly tailing Capello in search of a hidden data module, let's take control and have him come to us.
Yeah.
Scarlet Velvet mentioned they need a formal reply, and we can deliver that. Care to help me give them an unforgettable response in 2 days?
Yeah, the trap room. Uh-oh. Hopefully the stream was fine. I saw that little blip for a second. Oh, while we wait for that time, let me go just check what else. Uh-oh. Okay, I think connection's fine. I'm not sure. We'll have to see because I think it should be fine though. I don't see anything. Uh-oh. That's not good. Uh-oh. We'll have to see what's going on because I don't know what's going on right now. Okay. Am I good? Uh-oh. Well, this is awkward. Oh, okay. We're back. I think we're back at least. But I just had to double check because that was also blipping on my end and I was like wondering what was going on. That was concerning. Yeah, it says even Steam's disconnected right now. Okay, we're back up. I don't know what just happened right now, but let's hope that it's, you know, still good. Excellent connection on YouTube Studio, so I don't know. Maybe something's up with my internet on my end. I do want to make sure, but let me see what OBS says. Oh yeah, we had drop frames right now. I wonder why. Must have been those little blips then. Because it did take a bit to connect, and it looked like, let's call it my internet dropped for a second. Okay, well, let's see. Let's put an end to this real quick. Let's just do 2 days later then. 2 days later. But let's do in the afternoon. Okay. Oh, whoops, I forgot to select 7. And I'm so used to 24-hour clock, I'm already automatically translating it. Okay, true to the trading hole. Okay. Oh. Uh-oh. Are we still good? Yeah, I'm also monitoring the stream on the laptop right now. Maybe that connection's also a little bit off because on my desktop, you know, which I'm streaming from right now, I see it's fine on YouTube Studio, so I'm just gonna choose to believe in that.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Just checking your location. Have you reached the spot, my clever accomplice?
Uh-huh. Everything's going to plan.
Remember to be stealthy. Scarlet Velvet and my operatives are positioned in all the streets around the venue. Should anything go awry, I'll set Plan B in motion. The venue only has one entrance. I've arranged for a handler to get you in.
Huh?
You'll go in first and then help me slip in without drawing attention.
Alright. Alright, let's go see what's going on.
Oh, the upstairs parlor is off limits, reserved for a private event.
Yeah, I might just have to refresh my YouTube studio on my laptop just to see if it'll catch up. Okay. There we go.
Now that you mentioned it, yes, they
Mhm.
did tell me about that. But weren't you supposed to arrive half an hour later?
Half an hour later. Half an hour is enough for me.
What was that?
I mean, yeah, I thought it was too good to come here half an hour early. Yeah.
You do have a point, but it's a special day. I need to confirm everyone's identity. What's your code name? Show me your token.
My token is...
Hey, Tulip! Why are you still standing there? Come here. Boss just asked for you.
There you go.
Ah, a tulip coin. I remember you. You work at the vault, don't you? We had a drink at margaritas.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, come on,
No
man.
wonder you arrived early. You people at the vault are always one step ahead.
Yeah. We can talk after getting the job done. Now hurry up. We'll deliver the gifts together.
Not showing his face conveniently. Oh. I'm not weird. I'm just, you know, inspecting the wall, the door.
Have you made it inside?
Yep.
This area is under surveillance. On either side of the main stage, you should see something that looks like a control panel. Operate it to disable the cameras, then place the gems I made with my forte into position.
Alright. We have our mission. Time to execute it to the best of our ability. Which, quite frankly, seems to be pretty simple. Alright. Let's reset that. That, and that. Right. No one's questioning me or why I'm coming through the sides, so let's just move. Alright. Looking good there. Nope, nothing.
Everything's fine. Just got to the place we agreed on.
Alright. Time to place the gems. Let's go furthest to closest. I have a feeling. I just have a feeling of how this is gonna
window. Done.
go. Alright. Side window.
Blind spot. Done.
Alright. This is a nice blind spot, actually. Let's see.
Main hall.
Main hall, 5 o'clock.
Done.
Alright.
The front of the hall.
Front of the hall. We're good.
Setup's complete, and the time we plan's drawing near. How's it going on your end?
I'm out of the mirror and the jam is set up. Capello actually inspired this plan. Otherwise, we wouldn't have been able to infiltrate. The Order's agents have taken the bait and are at the location. We'll head out at the chime of the hour.
Alright. Well then, I shall take my seat and just enjoy the show. And I really am going to enjoy the show, because we got a cutscene.
Nearly go time. The Order's men should be here. Double check everything.
Damn, she got a backhand on her.
We should talk, Capello.
You! Why are you here?
Why else, stupid?
Your guests won't be showing up today.
Carlotta. Looks like you've pieced together the whole story.
Alright, well.
So it was your crew who tipped
Looks like
us
it's
off
about that
taking
time then, huh?
and place for the deal yesterday. Let me guess. You fed the same line to the Order, didn't you? Playing both sides, setting yourself up nicely. But something doesn't add up. You
Couldn't have done this alone, of course not. Here I come. Walking up. Okay, what's up? And there's good old Duncan right there.
Capello's promise of safety and comfort are nothing but a sham. He's been using our family as pawns, making them pay the ultimate price.
No, I recognize his voice. It was Duncan.
Bennett
He was working
just
with us.
one of his victims. He didn't fall at the hands of tacit discords, but to Capello himself. His body was disposed of outside the city's limits. The truth is, Bennett never betrayed us. The path of the Montelli family is one of unity.
Ow.
We stand together,
I don't know what the heck is that,
leaving
but
no
my
one
wrist hurts.
behind.
Really inopportune timing at this touching scene with Duncan and
Promise
Carlotta.
there won't be more losses, but I will prioritize the welfare of every member. I do not take sacrifice lightly. Now, will you continue down this path? Or will you align with our cause for Bennett's sake and your own?
Trust built on deception always comes back to haunt you. You're getting what you deserve.
Now that you've lost both the goods and your trading partners, this is your last chance to bow out gracefully.
Bow out gracefully? Do you think I still care about saving face at this point?
I mean, he's gone full evil villain voice now, so
My
yeah.
only regret is not being ruthless enough. I should have cut you loose earlier, making you pay the price like the others who crossed me.
How do you inspire loyalty like that? You betrayed your family's ideals. And what do you expect?
And what of it?
To remain the heir?
Never understand. We lack the power to protect everyone, so what's wrong with seeking a powerful ally? Why not align ourselves with those who share my true goal?
Is that the family's true goal, though? You're shackling yourself.
You're right. I've crossed the line. But I can still salvage this if I take you out and reclaim that data.
Okay, now you're just doubling down, especially with someone like the Rover right there. You are a fool to think that we'll let you do that.
Everyone, capture them!
Time to leave.
Copy.
Oh boy. What a lovely dance partner. It's almost as if she's at peace, knowing, let's call it, that she has someone she can rely on. Oh no, it's a piece of glass. I can't believe it.
Fall for me, will you? Then, let's fall together.
Then they were just good friends. Hopefully there's not too much delay, but I'm not seeing it too much on my end. But looks like
Scarlet
yeah,
Velvet's
looks like we're
people
all
have
good right now.
secured Duncan and will bring him to a safe house. He'll return after everything's settled.
Alright.
Regarding the Order, I tasked Blue Rain and Retriever to pose as Capello's agents and declare the cooperation null and void. No data
clever.
module, no explanation or any follow-up. Capello is already a lost cause. The Order will realize this soon enough.
Francesco made a good, it's got a good call with Carlotta. Of course, we believed in her the full time, but you know. that doesn't mean that, you know, people from outside can't make a good call either. I do want a pizza, but I already ate, so not right now. Oh, are we gonna see Zani again? I wonder. You know, this song gives a different kind of vibe right now, and I'm all for it. It may be raining, but
The rain's back. I remember
at least it's
telling
ending on a
Grandfather
on
how
a
I
better
hated
note
the
this
rainy
time.
season. I once saw rain as a bad omen in Raguna.
Hmm.
When it rains, it's easier to wash away bloodstains. That's why acts of revenge usually happen on such days.
It's true, but today was not a day of
Today's rain
revenge.
feels different. As it falls, the troubles of yesterday are washed away. I feel calm. Like I found my true self again. My present and my future are now in my own hands.
And they truly are now. And she's been entrusted with the future.
Well done, Carlotta. Thank you, Rover.
Now I'm wondering what she's thinking right now. Part of me is like thinking, oh, dang it, grandfather. How did he know? You got in the way of a moment. On the other hand, I'm just like, well, I mean, I already have my shorekeeper.
My girl could not have accomplished this without your assistance.
Yeah, she's capable in her own right, though. She pouted because of that, though.
I had faith in you too, but you surpassed my expectations.
Mm-hmm.
It appears I underestimated the potential that you possess when working together.
Mm-hmm.
What he just said. Looks like someone's been keeping secrets from me, huh?
I didn't keep anything from you. I didn't say anything.
I've been curious. You entered that scenario and delivered his gun to me. How did you earn my grandfather's trust so soon?
You know, that's the story between the two of us.
The nerve. Fine. Since we make such a good team,
Listen,
I'll let it slide for now.
us men
Capello
like
and
to
his
keep our
lackeys will
ways
face the
in
consequences
secrets.
of their actions. Our code is simple. Vengeance for blood. Death for life. No one is exempt.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot at play here. It will require some effort and a true Montelli at my side to handle it.
You know, when she makes a face like this, that's how I know that she, you know, that Kuro's done a good job with the facial expressions. I mean, yeah, putting those 2D ones aside, like when it really matters, like something like this, it really helps express the subtleties of like the character's emotions and thoughts. Because you can finally see that she's really happy
I'll take care of the rest.
to get the acknowledgement that, you know, even though like you know, she didn't truly deny the mirror self, but decided to change things instead of just wallow in her own despair. So now that she's finally gained that acknowledgement as by the person that took her in, let's call it, she's definitely a lot happier than when we first found her.
But before that,
Mm-hmm. What is it? Oh. Okay. What is it? Are you leaving?
yes. What, miss me already?
No. Yeah, maybe a little.
No need to feel sad about parting, for each goodbye brings us closer to the next hello. That's my favorite way to think of it. A countdown to our next reunion.
Reunion? Anyways, sorry, I've been playing Remake and it reminded me of that.
The family needs someone to fill his shoes. I must assist my grandfather through this tumultuous transition. There's no one else to do it.
And after the rain, beautiful rainbow. More reasons to like a good rainy day after all.
Thank you, Rover. As my grandfather said, things couldn't have gone so smoothly without your help and support. Now that the dust has settled, you no longer need to stay with me as Cat's Eye of the Montelli family. But still, I want you to have this.
Oh, what is that?
As I said, every member gets a token that matches their code name. Though you already have a pair of cat's eyes, please accept this as a token of my appreciation. No, this gem wasn't crafted by my forte. I chose it just for you.
Well then. Much appreciated, my lady.
I know someone like you won't stay just for me. And joining the Montelli family might not be in your plans just yet.
No, I do like seeing this side of her. The more uncertain, slightly vulnerable side of her.
But I'll keep this code name for you, Cat's Eye. The first and only member to receive my personal invitation.
Interesting. Let me do something real quick. There you go. Huh. Ain't that something, huh? Well then. That's a good story. No, shine on you crazy opal. Opal. Crazy Diamondo! Well, you know, I did enjoy that. Let's see, that's 8. Let's see if we have any wave pit plates to work with. We do. I mean, I've already been doing a lot of Lorelei, so since I do want to do, what do you call it? Since I do want to get Rotia, I do want to, yeah, there you go. I'm gonna go over here for now. Yeah, that was a good story though. We learned a lot more about Carlotta, some of the inner, what's called workings of it. I probably should get this real quick, actually, hold up. Fratellino. 15 last pages. There you go. I mean, I guess I got it worked. What? Fratellis. Okay.
An unexpected discovery.
You're not gonna lie. Kinda wanna get a bigger record, so hold up. literally just tracing it out. So let's just keep moving. Alright, let's see how good I did. Anyways, let's get some of these wave plates done. But yeah, I really like that. We got to learn more about Carlotta, some of the things that happened after the fact, and just the fact that she was, you know, she had reassurance that what she was doing is the, let's call it, is not only right, but she was able to get the reassurance that she's wanted for a while. You know, since it says heavy attack, I'm just gonna use this team still. And it's just one of those things where, again, I personally like seeing like different sides of different characters, and it was nice to see a more vulnerable side because, well, I mean, when you act strong for a long time, it's tasking, to say the least. Ask me how I know. It's not wrong to act strong, but there is time. It does, you know, take a toll on you after so long.
Guide my blade.
So having the right people to be there by your side
Eradicate.
always is nice, and knowing that you're not alone.
Shadow follows.
A little philosophical there, but hey, that's kind of my vibes. And I got stuck in the bubble.
One with the sounds.
Oh. Silver lining. At least I have the ult ready for next time. But yeah, I'm doing this grinding both for all the echo materials and just so that I have the upgrade stuff for Roxia. Ah, dang it.
Loading.
Oh, that's okay.
Diminish. Repose.
Okay.
Astral modulation.
Okay, let's get to the next run. Up. Up, I screwed that cycle up a bit, but it's okay. None shall whisper. Alright.
Checkmate.
Yeah. That's a nice story. And also it's nice to see like different, you know, parts of Renacita because, well, obviously we had little hints of what the Montellis and the Phasalia in the order, like the 3 different major factions essentially.
Leave it to me.
Like we saw what they're all, you know, their names are, but we don't really see what they're kind of doing in the behind the scenes, you know? So that was a nice thing to see at least. And you get to learn a little bit more about about Carlotta.
Nowhere to hide.
I'd take that as a bonus. Oh.
Iron graft you knew.
Well, yeah. That's a good story. Of course, you know, people will have issues with the fact that, you know, some of the NPCs, despite their voice acting, because the voice acting wasn't the problem there. Like, the problem was the fact that, like, they straight up had, just 2D facial expressions, so, like, it throws you off. Like, even Duncan had it for a moment, too, where he had only just the facial, like, changes from, like, the lip flaps changing. Like, you can see it just being open, close, kind of like what my PNG is doing right now, right? Versus what it usually is, where you can actually see, like, the mouth shapes, the lip motions, all of that jazz. So, and that's one critique of it, but aside from that, like, I mean, I'd say it was a good story, and it kept me engaged despite, you know, those issues. So, personally, like, I liked it. So, you don't have to, you can have your own gripes with it, but that's not going to stop me from liking it. Okay, I keep getting bothered by this, and I keep forgetting that it's because of, like, it's the thing that's also having the multiplayer bug right now, so that's part of the reason why I'm also kind of avoiding it. I saw I could have sworn that that was a Sonus casket, but it's just the lantern. But yeah, that was good. Uh-oh. I'm not gonna go over there. But what I am gonna go, I'm gonna enjoy a nice relaxing challenge to end stream, mostly. Because right after this, I'm gonna go ahead, go back to the chatting screen, and then we're just gonna call it there for now. I almost forgot, because this is such just, I mean, just look at all of this. It's such a different, like, you know, view of this place right here. And like the song that plays, it's really nice. It hits that nice, melancholic, almost nostalgic, like, feel, you know what I mean? But yeah, I really, you know, this is part of what, like, you know, had me going back to Wuthering Waves. It may not be everyone's game, and this may not be everyone's style of game, but you can tell that there's a lot of heart in it. Man. I've done this like 3 times now, and I've listened to this song so much, but it still gets me all the time. I mean, I know I can speed up too, but honestly, I would just take my time with this. This is just, you know, it's like just taking your time to just take in the views and what everything is right now. You know, I always wondered where she was going. She goes down into the clouds. Because usually I was just following the line. Oh, and then she appears back here. Again. So daisies, my grandpa once did. Last night, those rainbows with no sun. Telling me like I'm still that kid. Let's avoid that. Sorry. I really like that part. I mean, also because I unlocked obviously because I unlocked the nightmare what's called nightmare echoes, I believe they're called. Yeah, every time I come here and do that, I'm gonna always find myself fighting the impermanence heron. In fact, you know, screw it, let's do that real quick. I do think that this is also a good echo for Rotzia. I know I do want to see if I want to use Rotzia as a support for Havoc Rover, because I do like playing Havoc Rover. So because of that, it might be, let's call it, a thing to choose. We'll see how she plays though, because I didn't really also take my time, like as I probably showed when I was doing the stream last week, I didn't really take too much time to play Rotzia and like look at how she, let's call it, works. So because of that, I'm still not too sure, but like she might be a good, let's call it, character to have too. Just because like, aside from the fact that I do like her as a character, it's also just the fact is that she would do good, you know, let's call it Havoc support for Rover right now.
You will obey.
Because I just have the standard, what is it called again? The usual buffing, let's call it set for, let's call it dungeon right now.
One with the sounds.
No, let's stay with Rover for now. It'll be over soon. Also, I didn't realize that there was a thing to take a photo of here. Certainly is a unique place to take a photo for sure, but let's go ahead and take that photo. Let me see. Okay. The sea moss is gonna take care of that. But yeah. What's it called? Looks like it's been a good stream so far. It seems like I've been doing this for 2.5 hours. Man, I keep unintentionally catching myself doing, falling into an accent of sorts, even though that's not even my native accent to begin with. But my head just instantly goes 2.5 hours instead of 2.5 hours, which is what I would normally say. But I mean, it is what it is. Maybe it's because I've been spending a lot of time playing a Wuwa that it's been doing that. But yeah, since I've gotten pretty much all of this done, let's get this let's call it Pioneer podcast stuff done. Yeah, honestly, considering how close I am, maybe I'll eventually spend the money just to go ahead and just unlock that, but that's for another time. Alright, I'll have the Arya Mummer play that again, as we would call it. As we just, let the, change screens real quick. Let me go ahead and go in OBS and do that though. Because, let's see. I mean, I'm at least trying to keep it to, one stream a week right now, so
This is a testament
we
to
can,
my connection with the world around me, and it's very much my companion now.
Oh wait, Rover started speaking, so my bad. Talking over him right now, but yeah, I mean, I'm trying to do at least once a week, so yeah, like, I play other games other than, gachas, and Wuthering Waves is like one of the main ones I'm streaming personally. Mostly because with Genshin, it's not that I'm not engaged in the story or I don't like certain aspects of it, but if I'm being honest, it's also because, like, there are aspects of Genshin that, like, it just kind of, not rubs me the wrong way, but let me move to the chat screen. Okay, we close Wuwa too, but yeah, like there's something about like Genshin, like in terms of story, that like it's not that it doesn't keep me engaged, but it's like it just, there's something about it, I'm not trying to say it's bad because there are good things about it. I did enjoy learning about the Archons and other things too, but just like, I don't know. Like, something about it just doesn't really hit, vibe with me, so. Like, if anything, that's just how it goes sometimes. I mean, I'm not really one to stream. I don't think my reactions would be really that interesting for Genshin anyways, because, quite frankly, because I watch Mino Miyako, I've been keeping up with her, Genshin journey on that, and quite frankly, I've already spoiled myself to it, so there are things that I might have missed on there, but, well, let's just say that, it's, even if there's things I miss, I think I can get the whole gist of it, and more than likely, if I do go through the story, I'm gonna just go over it on my own time at this moment, because, like, I'm gonna just speed through it and get basically a Cliff Notes version of it, because I already know what happens, and I already seen what happens, so it's not going to be the same as if I'm going into it blind like I did with Wuthering Waves, And it's not that I'm thinking about content, because I'm generally just going to try to keep this as a fun thing that I do on the side, just, when I have time and when I'm able to. But, yeah, like, there's only so much, so much that I can really keep up with, because, as I mentioned, I went back into Final Fantasy VII Remake and Integrate. I just started working on Integrate because I found out that I could have just transferred my save over from the Epic Game Store to my Steam copy now, So I just did that last night. So I was working a little bit on that on Yuffie's story, and man, it's I've been having a good time with that. But yeah, aside from that, there's just so many games that are just coming out soon that I do want to play, especially now that like there's something like there's Elden Ring, Night Rain that's supposed to be coming out this year, I believe, or coming out sometime, maybe, coming out in a bit. And then me and my friends are trying to get back into Monster Hunter World so that we can prep up for Monster Hunter Rise. Like, I've been trying to do stuff in Helldivers because I've been also working on trying to get my classes leveled in Space Marine. That's not getting into some real, the real life stuff that I'm trying to keep up with and do. Aside from that, like, this year is looking to be pretty interesting and pretty busy, and the year's barely started, so yeah. Well, at the very least, let's call it, I'll probably end it here for now. I'm gonna go ahead and let's call it, take care of other things, make sure I get things done, and then yeah, I mean, hopefully I'll be able to see if I can do this next week, because let me just double check the calendar. Yeah, next week should be the start of my classes, something like that at least. It's weird though, like, to say that, because technically, I mean, I'm not really, like, it's pretty much over now that I think about it, Because yeah, like, just straight up, like, there's a lot of things that are going on now that I really need to just go ahead and take care of. So because of that, like, I'm gonna probably be pretty busy. I probably talk too fast sometimes from my own mouth, but it's okay. Yeah, if anything though, we'll have to see when the next time I'll stream is. More than likely though, I'll try to see if I can stream not tomorrow, next week, and if not, well, we'll have to, I'll say something maybe. I'm not, I have my doubts about, having to make an announcement because, well, quite frankly, I don't really have that much reach. And, I accept that. It's just what it is, if I'm looking at my, my design right now, pretty basic, Like, it's not a bad thing, it's how it is. Also, I just realized that my thing's a little bit off, my PNG is a little bit off, like it's floating a bit, so I adjusted right now, so yeah. That's one of the things too that, I definitely need to learn to work with. But yeah, I mean, so far, so good. Oh, whoops. Sorry, I was gonna edit some settings because I was thinking about it. But yeah, I was gonna go ahead and, end stream right now. It's good to, get this done. Not only that, I really enjoyed the story, and it was nice to see that, how Carlotta, yeah, her story kind of goes, how it went, and I learned a lot about her. Anyways, I'll see you guys around. If you see me in other places, of course, feel free to say hi. I mean, I might not, I might not really recognize people because, of course, my reach isn't that far, but, if anything, it's not that bad to just say hi and talk about things. Of course, I could probably talk about a lot of the things and talk for a length, so feel free to tell me to stop whenever I do. Anyways, I hope you guys have a good one, wherever you are, and however you see this, yeah, I mean, I hope you enjoyed it, and for the people who somehow get to the VOD, well, let's say thanks for checking it out. I mean, I'm not intending to be a content creator, and I'm not intending this to be a full-time thing, but I play enough video games, so, like, I figured why not? Let me share my experiences with others, because some things need to be seen to be believed at times, And on other times, it's just, I can look back at this and think about how, like, I felt, or like the memories that I made, So yeah, that's part of the reason why I decided to start streaming. And now that I have the time for it, I decided why not? I'll see if I could try to do this consistently. But if not, well, it is what it is, Like I'll probably make a comment about it or mention it, you know, if I'm not able to. So yeah, if anything, we'll see you guys around. You guys take care. Whoever's watching the VOD, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Alright. And with that, I will say my goodbyes. Bye-bye.